Hello and welcome to another Twisted Bard Gaming live stream. Having a few little problems there, but I think everything's up and running. My name is Paddy, and I am here playing Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I've done a couple of streams now so far. We did all the first little bit when you were a kid. Hi, Rob! We got the 3 spiritual stones, which you can see over there. In a second, when I jump over to the game. And now we are Big Boy Link. We got this, the Master Sword, we pulled it out. And now we are off on some adventures as a big boy. So I'm going to jump over to the gameplay screen, which is not that one, this one. Hello! Right, so right now I'm in the Temple of Time, and I am going to head outside to the big white world as Big Boy Link wearing my big boy pants. Things do not look very good. So last time we went into the temple, it was just a little boy. And now leaving the temple, I think 7 years have passed, and things are not looking too good for the moment. Not good at all. Let me know if any of the balancing will sound or the usual stuff. I'm well quiet. Not sure why that's the case, but how is that? Is that better, Rob? Rob? Can you hear me now, Rob? Can you hear me now? That should be a little bit better. It's definitely going up a bit more. The old OBS. Game audio down a bit as well. Alright. Whatever you say, boss. How does that sound? Let me know. So actually I'm going to do first, before we get on to the whole saving the world thing, is I need a horse. I need a way of getting around this world that isn't just wandering around on foot, because who's got time for that? Just waiting for Rob to let me know if everything sounds a bit better. Up a bit more even. Don't know why my mic does this. How's that? That should be quite... that's pretty high now, so... Game audio a little... oh, a bit up. Alright. Let me know if that's any better. So while Rob is doing his job, managing this whole thing from behind the scenes, I am going to see what's happened. So this ranch obviously used to be owned by Talon. He was the dude who fell asleep. I had to wake him up with a chicken, and his little daughter Malon, they ran it together. And now he's saying that the hard-working Ingo, who I think was a simple stable boy previously, is now taken over. He's not a good person, I think, is what this is about. Oh, that's good. Thanks, Rob, you little darling. So the great Ganondorf, who's obviously the bad guy, recognized my obvious talents and gave the ranch to me. Oh, he's going to raise a fine horse and win recognition from the great Ganondorf. Ah, what you gonna do? Oh, apparently I have to introduce myself again, because no one could hear anything. So my name is Paddy, and I'm here playing Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. So we did the whole thing, the whole kid thing, pulled the Master Sword out of the pedestal. 7 years have passed. Now I'm all grown up. Now I have to... can't remember what I have to do. Probably should have listened. Oh, thanks, Rob. Maybe, have you tried turning up your volume? Because I'm pretty much at max here. Oops. Well, that's as far as it goes, so hopefully you can hear me. Just doing a bit of horse riding, I think. I actually think I could have gone to get Epona here, but let's jump over some fences. Is that any better, Rob, or is it still crap? Not doing a very good job of yeah, I don't know either. Last week it was absolutely fine, I didn't have to mess with any settings, but what's gonna do? Can't seem to jump over that one for some reason, but oh, my time's up. So we're gonna try that one again. This time we're going to do something a little bit different. We go for this horse over here. But I can't remember how to play the song, so that's not very helpful. So the whole point, like the whole reason we're here is to try and get Epona, who is the horse, who is basically your best friend as a grown-up. Very important part of the game. I mean, like, you don't actually get to ride around so much. There's not too much open space. It's not like Breath of the Wild where there's like a huge map to run around, but she's always good to have. And you form a special bond with her, which is obviously the most important thing. Having a friend. She's gonna ride over here. I get to ride on Epona. No. So this game was one of my favorite games as a little kid. One of the first games I ever really played actually on my Nintendo 64, so getting back into it on the old Wii U was just too good to resist. I was inspired by Rob, who he streamed Shenmue, which you can watch on the channel. He had a really good time with that. That's one of his favorite games, so he inspired me, as he inspires me in all things, to whip this out and see how we go. So far it's going pretty well. I'm not really going to do any of the side stuff, to be honest. I'm just trying to get through the story, otherwise I'm going to be streaming this game for months, and nobody wants that. So just going to get through the main stuff after this. So my goal for this evening, it's a lofty goal, but it's something I think I could achieve, is to get the Forest Temple and also the Fire Temple. Can't actually remember what I'm supposed to do. I think I'm supposed to get on Epona and speak to him. That's what I'm supposed to do. It's costing a lot of money. So Malon, who is the owner of the ranch's daughter, taught me this song when I was a little boy. And it basically summons Epona to you. And it's the only thing that works for her. She doesn't like any people. She'll run away for you if you don't have the song. So let's try and speak to him whilst on Epona. Yeah. So little wager. Gonna race. It's a race. So I get quite stressed out by racing in games. So hopefully this goes okay. As you can see, it's a pretty basic carrot system. When you have a carrot, you can whack the horse's butt. And she goes a bit faster. So run that race, that's some money in the pocket, which is always good. And he's not happy. If the great Ganondorf found out about this humiliation, hey you, how about another race? If you win, you can keep the horse. Alright. It's a good deal. She's a cool horse. Oh, my light just turned itself up. Let's try and get in front. It's important not to run out of all the carrots, because then it takes ages for them to fill up again. Naturally. Oh, not get stuck on the fence either. Let's wait for that. A few more to load up. Speed away. And that should do it. Yeah! Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Epona is mine. Is that Epona? How did you tame that wild horse right under my nose? Well, trade secret. He's going to present the horse to the great Ganondorf, but I bet in the race and lost. Oh well. Ha ha ha, as I promised, I'll give the horse to you. However, I'll never let you leave this ranch. Yeah, well. Creepy man with big eyebrows. Now luckily, there's a way out. Again, that's one of those really obtuse things. I don't know how you'd know to jump over that wall. If you'd never played this, I have no idea how I learned to do that or need to do that as a kid. Madness. Madness. If you're in the chat and you fancy saying hello, please do. We're all very friendly here. All of us at Twisted Bird Gaming. We love a little natter with the people in the chat. So do say hi. So the forest temple is our first goal, but we're not going to be able to get in there if we don't have the hookshot, which is probably one of the most fun, I think, bits of equipment that you get in this game. I really like the hookshot. So we are going to go and get that one first. I actually had to look that up previously because I didn't want to be running around for ages getting lost, and I haven't played this game in a very long time. But I have a pretty good idea of what I'm doing. Maybe. Maybe. Up we go. So we're going back to Kakariko Village now, which is, you went through it as a kid. Obviously 7 years have passed. 7 not very good years by the looks of it, so let's see what we have in here. Well, so far it looks the same. But it's one of those nice little touches. That building, which was being built when you were a kid, is now finished being built, which is cool. Another little way that they show you that time has passed. And it's now an archery range, so once you have a bow and arrow, you can go and go mess about in there a little bit. But we are going to go to the graveyard and collect ourselves a special bit of equipment. Hello Judith, welcome to the stream. How are you? How are you? Oh. It's one of the pose. So when they turn invisible, you can't actually hit them. Oh, no. That was the wrong button. I have no idea what just happened. Rob, the Wii U shut itself off. What the hell? Alright everybody, I'm just as surprised as you are. No idea what it's doing. I have not used the Wii U much at all. What the hell is going on? This just oh my god. Yeah, today was really hot. Today was really hot. Absolutely no idea what's happening with this thing, which is of course brilliant. Well, let me go. Press the home button. I can close these curtains though, so that's awesome. Oh, different color curtains. I hate this console so much. This is such a terrible idea. Well, guess I'm just gonna have to turn this one off. Hope for the best. And then turn it on again. Sorry about this, I have absolutely no idea why it decided to go to the browser. I don't use this console. But at least we get to spend this precious time together, having a chat. I mean, Wii U browser porn it might be a novel thing for us to try and do on the channel. Richard Beckett, hello, evening sir, welcome. Welcome, I don't know if you're related to Rob Beckett. Maybe you are. Maybe you aren't. I'm not going to assume any relations here. I don't know where this saved, so... Oh, look at that! That's cool. Well, we're back, everybody. Back where we thought we'd be. Apologies for that little interlude. But yeah, Judith, it was really hot today. I spent some time sitting in the sunshine today, so... If I'm looking a little bit rosy in the cheeks, it's the old sun. You defeated... Alright, go on then. I caught a Poe! Alright, Navi. So, we're in Kakariko Village, that's where we are. So, we need to pull up a gravestone, I think. I don't know which one. Unless it's in the royal grave over here. Let's go have a look. Well, thank you, Judith, for doing a bit of stalking, and for discovering that it's Rob's brother. Always appreciate that. Well, thank you. Thank you. Who spam? Oh, he's responsible for the spamming of our Discord, the Pokemon. So if you check out the description box, you can see a link to our Discord, the Twisted Bard Gaming Discord, where we like to have little chit-chats about games, life, the universe, creepy zombie things that freeze you in place. Oh god, now he's humping me. Oh dear. Sorry if there are any children in the screen. Oh, Judith, you won points today. What kind of points did you win? There we go. That'll freeze them in place, so at least we can... Well, unless we drop in that thing, run through here unharmed. I don't actually think we need to be down here. Not sure this was the way to go. But, it's always fun to revisit creepy sewer things with murderous zombies. Oh, 15 points in total, Judith. Okay. So I assume this is something on the Discord that they're talking about. I actually play all sorts of games on Discord. We tried to play Cards Against Humanity, that didn't work out so well. Played a trivia game. There's everything. I mean, you know. Come on down. Come on down and join the party. So I am desperately trying to crawl back into my memory and remember what the hell I was supposed to do here. Definitely something to do with the graveyard. We found a shield down this gravestone down here, so maybe this is where we need to go. Oh, you never play Connect 4, and who is our current Connect 4 champion in the Twisted Bard Gaming Discord? Throw the bomb! Nope, fairy fountain. God damn it. I mean, useful. But I believe our bottles, yep. Our bottles are full. Connect 4 is indeed a battle of wits. So I'm sure you two are very worthy opponents. Very worthy indeed. Oh, it's a tie at that point. Okay, alright, well. When there is a winner, do let me know. Oh dear. It's not good enough, Judith. Not good enough. Can't be making stupid mistakes in Connect 4. Here we go.
Hey, young man, are you fast on your feet? I may not look it, but I'm confident in my speed. Let's have a race. Follow me if you dare, okay?
So that is the, well, as you do, open up a grave, run down, find a ghost, throw in flames, challenging you to a race. Again, really just when I play this game, I can't even understand how the hell I managed to finish it when I was a kid, because just... Like, why would you think to come back to the graveyard, start digging up graves, to then find the one item you need to continue the whole game? Like, it's... Yeah. I really don't think I was a very smart kid. That's, you know... It definitely was not the case. Also, this is sort of creepy. Following a spirit around while he's throwing flames at you and you're chasing him. Oh, sweet. I will get to what you're saying in the chat, guys. I just need to keep an eye on where he's going. So you just chat amongst yourselves. Yeah, nailed it. Nailed it. The time of this race was 1 minute 5 seconds. Young man, you were very quick to be able to keep up with me. Oh, he actually has a different voice this time. As a reward, I'm gonna give you my treasure. It's called the hook shot. Its spring-loaded chain will pull you to any spot where its hook sticks. Doesn't that sound cool? I'm sure it'll help you. I live here now, so come back again sometime. Oh, he lives here now. That's good to know. That's good to know. One more thing. Be careful on your way back. Ha 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 ha. Okay, alright, cool. Let's see. Oh, Rob's saying you're both winners in Connect 4. Well, you know what? There can only be one winner in the end. Okay, you don't understand how to work battleships. Well, battleships is a pretty fun game, actually. I can imagine that'd be quite cool on a Discord server. Not sure if Rob is getting angry at me for not being educated by the state. Apologies. Yeah, well, nothing probably explains my complete lack of character or mental fortitude. So we have a hookshot, which is awesome, because the hookshot is awesome. And we must save. So saving is mandatory. And these blocks are in our way, but luckily... Damn it! I'm trying to play the song, remember it from how to play it. Nope. Nope. Nailed it. Totally got that one first time. So when you see these blue blocks, you can play the Song of Time, which will make them disappear. Again, don't know why, but something to do in it. It gives us a little bit of a quicker way out. Now, actually, something I could have done when I was a little boy, was come here and speak to this guy. Oh, actually, what we can do. Let's get our first extra heart piece. I've not really been prioritizing collecting these because, like I said before, I just kind of want to get through the game rather than like do all the little side things. Otherwise, we'll be here forever and ever. But collecting pieces of hearts basically allows you to increase your the number of hearts you have. Every time you get 4, you get an extra heart, and that makes you harder to kill, which is always good. And he's very furiously something. I'll never forget what happened on that day 7 years ago. It's all that Ocarina kid's fault. So this is actually an interesting idea. It's an interesting concept. This little point in the game. It throws up about time. But we'll get to that in a moment. You have an ocarina? What the heck? That reminds me of that time 7 years ago. Back then a mean kid came here and played a strange song. It messed up this windmill. So we're learning the Song of Storms, which can make it rain whenever you choose. Oh, and he's still very angry. Very, very angry. Really, he's really going for it, guys. You got the Song of Storms. So, yeah, this actually throws up an interesting concept about time. Obviously, I never came here with my ocarina and played that song for him. That's actually the first time I've heard that song. But when you have control of the Temple of Time again, I think after you complete the Forest Temple, you can go back and forth in time as much as you want. And doing that, when you go back in time, you can play that song for him, which is how we learnt it. So he only knows that song because he taught it to you in the future, and you played it for him in the past. Maybe it's the present. I don't know. This is why I needed the public school education, so I could understand all of this and get some of that general smartness. Right, so now we have the hookshot, we can actually gain entrance to our next destination. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be telling you what's coming up next. I don't know. I played this game so many times, I'm just kind of under the assumption that everyone knows what's happening. I made, Judith is asking what everyone had for dinner. I made quite a delightful curry for dinner. Quite proud of it. It required multiple ingredients. Now just going for a casual ride across Hyrule Field. No. Chips, beans, and nacho-covered chicken things. Sounds well lovely, Rob. Baked beans, nachos, chicken. Lovely. Proper mint that. Right. That's it. Stop moving. So getting down is the same button as run fast, so sometimes you just have to be careful. So we're going back to Kakariko Village. Not Kakariko Village. I don't remember what it's called. Oh, Kakiri Forest. And things don't look so good. That is a big angry plant. So I'm not sure where all the little... Well, I mean, it has to be Heinz. Who else but Heinz? I'm not sure where all the little kids are. I think they're all hiding in... Oh, they're all hiding in their houses. Why is that fairy following you around? You're not one of us. One of us. One of us. I mean, there are some things you just don't take a risk on, and beans is one of them. Same with ketchup. I mean, non-brand ketchup, you might as well just give up. Just leave. It's got to be that Heinz. If anyone from Heinz is watching this stream and would like to sponsor us, Robert loves beans and I love ketchup, so throw some of that our way, and we will talk about you in literally every single video that we do over and over again. What are you? Though you wear curious clothing, you can't fool me. I promise, sorry, I would never let anybody get through here. Right, so always playing songs. Nope. God damn it. So last time I tried to find a song, I shut down the whole stream for a second, so let's not do that. Down, right, left, alright. Nope. I said it what it was. Nah, my goodness. One of those nights. So is tomato ketchup. Great, okay. Mayonnaise got to have Hellmann's. Yep. Yep. Hellmann's has to be Hellmann's. Of course, in Europe they have, you know, on the continent they have other kinds of mayonnaise. I'm sure Judith has a different sort of mayonnaise. Maybe something in a yellow tube. Who knows? But yeah, Hellmann's is obviously the only mayonnaise. Heinz is the only ketchup. That's how it is. These are the important things. So that was, I think his name was Mido. He didn't like you as a kid. This is not the way to go, but nice and all the same. Can hear a Skulltula though. Let's see where that is. Where are you? Creepy ass little spider. But it might be hiding in the bush. Anyway. Fry sauce we have. Okay. Alright. Oh, Judith does not get her mayonnaise from tubes. What are we talking about? Yeah, Hellmann's is expensive, but then, you know, you're paying for quality. Sometimes you just you know, some things are more expensive, and there's a good reason for it. So another little trick actually here is, because the music thing doesn't seem to work as a grown-up, following the music. But if you kind of get sort of close enough, you should see if you can get through to the next bit, which doesn't help us for the last one, because that is actually a portal thing. So we're just going to have to guess. Yeah, exactly, Rob. You got to pay for that quality. Yeah, nailed it! Listen, from here on we'll be going through some narrow passages. If you could take it slow, maybe you could sneak up on some enemies. Alright. Unknown mayonnaise is always Russian roulette. That's true. You have no idea what you're gonna get. It's gonna be sweet. Or something weird. No, can't have it. Can't have it. Just being told how to get around this area full of the narrow passages. It's actually good advice, because these things aren't very friendly. Ah! Case in point. Totally handled that well. First use for the old hookshot. Shooting these guys in the back. Alright, let's see. Nope. Ooh, money. Another one down. It's one of those cases where, like, this is the only place I think you see this enemy type. Ah! Hello, sir. Bye, sir. Let's wait for him to turn around so we can shoot him in the back. Obviously. Nope, missed. Alright. I've never actually thought about it that way, Rob, but that is an illuminating way to think about mayonnaise. Oh dear, sorry, sir. Nah. It's a good thing he wasn't paying attention, I suppose. Yeah, actually, if you don't shake it, like any condiment really needs a pretty thorough shaking before use. Hello. Actually, I found shaking gets you as far as you need to go. Oh dear. Well, I think we got him. I panicked and accidentally threw a bomb, but I think it worked. This is going really well so far. Guys, I want you all to know. Having a good time. If you're having a good time, let me know. If you're having a terrible time, let me know. This is all about communication. So this one at the end here is a little bit different. He's a giant man with club. Must avoid giant club. But luckily his enormous size means he can't turn around. So you can stab him in the butt. You make a good point, Rob. You make an extremely good point. If shaking doesn't do the trick, work the balls. Always work the balls, ladies and gentlemen. You take one thing away from this stream this evening. Work the balls. We have a cutscene. Let's see what happens. I'm excited. I'm also thirsty. Talking is thirsty work. Thirsty work indeed. Yeah. So whenever he comes along, it's normally time to learn a little song, play a little music, and philosophize a little bit. Yeah, the flow of time is always cool. Its speed seems different for each person, but no one can change it. A thing that doesn't change with time is a memory of younger days. True. In order to come back here again, play the minuet of the past. No. You are indeed, Rob. You are a wise old owl. Hooting evermore your wisdoms. Basically, this is the game's fast travel system, these songs. Yeah, okay. Rob likes to come across as a little bit of a prude, but really at heart, he's just as vulgar as the rest of us. Deep down inside, there's a very naughty boy. But yeah, like I was saying, these songs are basically fast travel points to get to the different temples. So when you do that big thing on the left there, you warp to that. If you play the menu out of the forest, which is cool. Oh, as always, a slightly sad window into your love life, Rob. Although it must work, all things considered. So this is why we need to get the hook shot, so we could get to that thing. Now, I'm continuing to struggle with this controller and the sensitivity, or complete oversensitivity of it. Yes, these the knobs I'm playing with are oversensitive. Everybody, get your jokes in now, while I shall allow some humor. So this is the forest temple. This is our first temple as a big boy. Big boy Link! I really like the forest temple. It's got a very... the music is really cool. It's got a bit of a creepy vibe to it. Like all of the temples have a really good sense of place, like a sense of feel. And they start strong with this one. It is confusing though, so I will most likely get lost at some point. Now, you have to be careful, because if you hook onto the vines, it will do that, and then you fall. And you get hurt. But while we're down here, let's fight this dude. Come on. Yeah, I mean, you know. Can't really go wrong with missionary, I suppose. It's not exactly the benefits are, you know, the pros and cons of the missionary position are not something I was expecting to be discussing this evening, but, you know, if that's what everyone wants to talk about, if that's what we want to get into, then I'm absolutely fine with that. It's always a good standard, there's nothing wrong with the classics, I think, is what Rob is trying to say. Sometimes you just need a little bit of Celine Dion. Okay, good. Did that one slightly better. Alright. Ah. Yep. You get to plus you get to kiss them on the forehead afterwards for a job well done. That's true. Or kiss them on the forward. I guess you'd have to kiss them forward as opposed to backward in that position. I don't know. But yeah, I guess, like, I mean, technically you've done all the work in that position, so I guess you kiss them on the forehead as a thank you for allowing it to happen. I was actually worried about this bit, like I said. Not great with this controller just yet. Probably never will be. Bop. So as we can see, I was in one of the streams beforehand, I was talking about the different animations we have for opening boxes. Now you're a big boy, you can casually just kick open little boxes that once upon a time you'd have to practically jump into. Right, we have our first small key. So dungeons are essentially all about mini bosses, little fights, and finding small keys. That is what they are all about. And creepy ass spiders with skull faces. So she's expected to wiggle at least, which warrants a reward of... Yeah, okay, you know what, like, just rewarding even the small things, that's It's very sweet of you, Rob. You are indeed the Twisted Bard Gaming romantic. Our very own Lothario. What do we have here? So the 4 ghost thingies have stolen the flames and that lift is gone, so... That's a pickle. That's not what we want. So they've all gone in 4 different directions, and I assume, he says, knowing exactly what happens, that we have to go after them. So let us go this way. No. He's not very pretty. Ow. Oh dear. Oh dear. So these are actually quite tricky, these guys. I think it's these two. If you don't kill them quickly enough, then one of them will come back. So I have to go after him pretty quick, otherwise... Oh no, it doesn't look like it. Oh, they do a lot of damage. Whew! Oh dear, it's getting tense, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting tense. One more hit and I am down. Whew! That was tricky. Roast beef or roast chicken? Now that, Rob, is a tricky question. God, I don't know. Like, I just think beef can be done in so many better ways than roasting. But then I also find roast chicken a little bit on the bland side, so... This is a tricky one. Probably gonna go for beef. But that wasn't an easy one. I want everyone to know that that was really difficult for me to answer. That fight was also really difficult. That is not a good not a good omen for what's to come if I struggled with those two guys, but whatever. Nowhere does it say that I'm actually good at games, so don't expect that. Rob is our pro gamer. He's the one who's good at this. Okay, Judith is saying roast chicken. Alright. I've just had too many dry roast chickens, I guess. What am I doing? Nope. There you go. Another song of time to move this block. How about you, Rob? What would you? What's your preference? Le boeuf or le poulet? What kind of roast would you go for? Or would you go for something terribly gauche like lamb? That seems like a Rob thing to do. Rob's saying he loves that roast beef. And so is Richard. Alright. The Becketts love their beef. Good to know. I mean, honestly, Judith. It's the quintessential British meal. I think. No, Rob is saying he'd nail a lamb. Richard's saying keep the chicken to the peri-peri, okay. Some of that Nando's, huh? So here's the thing. Let me tell you all a story. A Nando's related story. I had Nando's maybe once, I think, when I was at university. Wasn't really a massive fan, kind of thought it was fine. This is going back a way now. Sorry, it's a little bit tense. The spider things will mess you up, they see you. Yeah, didn't think much of it, to be honest. Thought it was really overpriced. Just don't get much chicken. And then I went recently with a friend of mine. I went to his place, we walked around a little bit, went to Nando's, and you know what? It was really good, which made me reassess the whole Nando's thing. And then I ordered another Nando's, like actually ordered it, Deliverooed it. Just thank you so much for Deliveroo, everybody. And yeah, it's pretty good. They won me over. Now I get it. I get why everyone talks about it. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Okay, Richard's saying you do chicken. Does chicken better than Nando's? All right. So Judith, yeah, I'm definitely up for that, Rob. We are going to take Judith on a twisted bird, the twisted bird roast. I'm not going to carry on with that sentence, but yeah, no, that would be that'd be great. Oh, you're right, mate. Yeah, Seb. It was indeed. It was with Seb that the Nando's was had. You can believe it. That was the first one I'd had in like 7 years. And you were there. Invitation accepted, Richard. Thank you very much. I look forward to it. Eating your enchiladas? Oh, yeah. You know what? I love a good enchilada. That is absolutely down for that. Well, fuck it. There's a really big plant. Oh, okay. Judith might be in town for a little visit. I'll have to get Rob down from wherever the fuck he is and have a little get together. Ooh, so we have our third small key, which is really exciting, obviously. Like I said, picking up keys is what you need to do in dungeons, because eventually you're going to come up to some locked doors. And yeah, I'm just kind of... Yeah, so I was with Seb yesterday, obviously celebrating the momentous occasion of the royal wedding. And yeah, it was quite a day. Pims from 9 AM. That was not had many days like that for a while. Yeah, Richard, that's exactly the territory that I was worried that we'd be getting into. I love the music in this place. So weird. Oh yeah, we can actually get up there. Oh, and Judith, don't sell yourself short. Boondog. Well, I'm not from this great nation, I suppose, so I don't really have an opinion on the royal family. But when somebody invites you, you know, to Windsor itself to celebrate a momentous occasion like that, with a rather obscene amount of alcohol, who am I to say no? Judith, how do you feel about the royal family having having one of your own? Is it important for you? Did you celebrate them while you were here? Did you watch the royal wedding yesterday? Ooh. Okay, we're back in here. So, not entirely sure what we achieved then, but I had a good time. I think that's where we just went. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we're gonna go... Seb is still recovering from our escapades yesterday. Yeah, well, you carried on later than I did. I sensibly went home. I know, but it was a really good day. Lots of fun. Yeah, I think if I was feeling the way that I'm sure you're feeling, I don't think I'd be doing this. I think I would be tucked up in bed already and not attempting 2 temples in the night, which is madness, actually. Especially when I can't actually remember how to get through everything, but we're just going to keep plowing forward. Okay, something... Oh, let's see. There are arrows painted on the floor. Well done, Rob. Well done. They have spanners because they are moderators. I'm not quite sure. I'm not a moderator, so there you go. That shows you on my place in the organization. But they can make decisions like That's true. Yeah, Seb, you couldn't just leave the party, it was at your house. So Judith is saying that she just saw a bit on the news, don't really have an opinion on the British royal family. I think the Dutch royal family is nice, but also they don't really do anything. Yeah, I think that's probably how people feel about most royal families. It's just kind of a nice to have. Good for the tourists, I guess. Yeah, can I be a moderator? Just because when I'm watching you guys, you know, get up to mischief on your streams, I want to seem powerful. I want the power. Give me the power, Rob. Do it. Do it now. Oh, another block. I mean, Judith, even if I'm a moderator too, you will still be special. You will still indeed be special. Don't think of it as taking away from your specialness. Think of it as an addition. Nope. Oh good, Rob has an opinion. What a surprise. Oh my god. Let's go down the ladder then. No, Rich, you absolute cutie. Right, where is this block? I think I might have to go this way? Ah, there we go, okay. So we can get up. And yeah, doing a lot of pushing blocks around today. That's alright. It's funny when you like... Thanks a lot for coming over, Seb. Thanks for coming out. Yesterday was wonderful, and yeah, recover. Go and lie down. Lie down and take it easy. See you soon. Oh. Try and kill some angry flaming heads. Oh, okay. This corridor is all twisted. Yeah, this is an unusual design choice. Seb's a very good influence on me, just because he makes me start drinking at 9 o'clock in the morning. Alright, so this is awful. So watch for the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling. I remember as a kid, just this absolutely terrified me. So if you stand still for too long, this creepy ass hand thing drops down from the ceiling and grabs you, and it's just the whole thing. And I remember just being absolutely terrified as a kid. It was very scary. There's some scary bits in this game. Like I mean, I scare easy, so unsurprising. But there were some definite things that scared me as a kid. Now, Judith, you don't have to worry. Seb always treats me very, very gently and with respect. Now he was working on that middle bit, but I'm not sure if I can, so I'm going to try and avoid it. Actually, Judith, you sound like most of my teachers when I was at school, because if ever I got in trouble for talking or anything like that, it was normally because I was talking to Seb. But that's just because he always had lots of very interesting things to say. Oh crap. Another two of these. So last time I fought two of these guys, they almost killed me, so hopefully we can do a little bit better this time. Yeah, well, we're probably gonna have to deal with a lot of kids like me and Seb, who would honestly, like, no disrespect to the teachers, but the stuff we had to talk about was just more interesting. Alright, I did a slightly better job of that fight than we did the first time. I fought a couple of them, so feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Okay, so what's in here? I think it's going to be something cool. Although I'm slightly dreading this because we're terrible with this controller. The fairy bow on the select item subscreen. Alright, cool. So now we have the bow. Which is cool. I think pretty much those are the two main weapons now. The hookshot and the bow, now we've got them. It's cool they give them to you nice and early. I think we're going to have to sacrifice the bombs for the bow. Organising your inventory up there is very important. I normally go for the bow and arrow on the left, the hookshot in the middle, and the ocarina on the right. That's quite weird. I have to flick a stick if I want to select which one I want to use. I don't know which way I came in. I shall go this way. Is this the right way? Actually, I shall go. Nailed it. So Judith is asking if we played Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we can normally replenish our health and do stuff like that while we play those games. You just can't actually die. I think I am going to play an Assassin's Creed game for my next One Life review, actually. I started playing it today. It's one I never played before. I think it was an expansion, maybe? An addition to Black Flag. It's called Freedom Cry. Yeah, I mean, the reason I'm playing this one is I had a look and it's only about 4 or 5 hours long, so if I make it through the whole story, then it shouldn't take too long, I think. Because I'm not doing any of the side stuff, I'm just legging it through it. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's having played Assassin's Creed Origins, it's actually quite difficult to get back into, like, one of the older Assassin's Creeds. Just the combat is so different. But it is nice to be back in that, like, Black Flag universe. So this is actually one of the 4 ghosts that we saw. No. Well, thank you very much for coming along, Rich. I hope you sleep very well, and I hope you wake up, keep feeling nice and refreshed. Well, thanks a lot, buddy. Have a good evening. Nice. Okay, so this one's down. Actually, we're going to go get the other one that was on the other side. Well, if you want to do a guest entry, One Life review, you can certainly go for it. Yeah, Brotherhood is such a good game. I think that was the first Assassin's Creed game that I did everything on. Not sure if we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Maybe not. My thing froze there, so let me know if that cut out for anybody. But yeah, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood was really, really good. Loved that game. Did a lot of clever things. So the way to get these ghosts out is to find their paintings and to shoot them. And they like to alternate between the paintings, but if you get too close, it moves like that. Well, that sounds like it might be Rich's birthday tomorrow. If it is, happy birthday. Yeah, okay. Had a little freeze for some reason, not sure why that happened, but glad it's back to normal. Well, I hope you didn't mind being away from me for that brief interlude, and I'm glad we're back, up and running. So we're fighting another one of those ghosts now, the red one. There's quite a lot of different puzzles in this temple. It's very varied. Yeah, actually, that's a good point, because there are definitely some things that you can, like, you're desynchronized, because maybe you get seen or you get spotted when you're following someone, or when you're supposed to be overhearing a conversation, especially on the older ones. I mean, it does restart at a checkpoint, but technically you haven't died. So I don't know. We'll probably need a ruling from the council on that one. I'll see if I encounter any issues on this Assassin's Creed. Maybe I'll, we're being desynchronized, maybe I'll leave it in just to see what the council says. See if shenanigans are called. Okay, we have another little chest here. Another key. Cool. Let's carry on this way. So that's 2 down. 2 of the ghosts out of commission, which is good. 2 more to go. It would be a controversial decision. Not within the one life review structure. I think maybe oh crap. I mean, Rob might be nice and give you some brownie points. Get on the ladder. Creepy ass hand. Hate these things. Hate these things. Yeah, so yeah, the way we measure it is basically start to finish. Which is why actually when you're playing a game for One Life Review, it's, if you didn't know, One Life Review is one of our other shows on the channel, whereby we try and beat games in one life. So, which has almost happened once. Alistair played Brave, the Disney game. It was a controversial choice at the time. It still is. Top of the leaderboard. Not happy about that. And I appear to be out of keys, which is a problem. Okay, I think I know what to do. Back we go. Yeah. So when I played Horizon Zero Dawn for One Life Review, I did some of the optional stuff to try and get to like 100%, but actually when you have... I don't think we've done many open world RPGs or that kind of thing, because how do you measure like the percentage? We tend to just go for story, so no, I haven't finished it yet. I have not finished it. I'm still still going on that. But yeah, so what we do is we just count. I think, well, what I've been doing for my percentages on that is just counting the main story. So side missions are just optional. But I did finally platinum God of War, and I did that Friday, I think. Pretty happy with that. Another platinum trophy. Love that game. So good. It's one of those ones where you finish it and I'm just sad that it's gone. No. I'm sad that I won't get to play any more God of War, because I've literally done everything you can do. Right. Oh yeah, the Horizon Zero Dawn DLC. Yeah, I finished that. I finished that like for the One Life review. I didn't die in that whole thing. But because it's on the DLC leaderboard, which you never ever see, the only actual 100%, no one ever gets to see it, which is sad. Well, it's actually not DLC. Like it's a standalone game. Like you don't have to have Black Flag to play it. I downloaded it as a standalone piece of a standalone experience. I don't even know if it is like Black Flag DLC, but it's set in the same universe. Alright, where are we now? Okay, nothing there. Ooh, a door. Oh, another one of these creepy hands. Hate these things. And they spawn 3 more creepy hands. Judith calling Rob out on his grammar. Good that you're here to keep us in check, Judith. Make sure that we're saying things correctly. Another small key, which is good because we encountered a locked door earlier. So now we have a nice little key to help us through it. So actually let's go back there. Again, I can't really remember what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm being brutally honest, so probably just have to bear with me. There was a little secret area somewhere actually, maybe I... Can I get there? Nope. Alright. Just want to go to that little alcove, and there was one of those eye things to hit, so I just want to go there and see what happens. See what's what. Where am I? So what did everybody, all of you wonderful people who are in the chat, what did you get up to this weekend? Who did what? Where'd you do it, and who with? I want to know everything, darling. We'll be a little bit close. Let's see. Bop. Oh. Just a bundle of arrows. That might be a key or something. Onward and upward we go. Drink. Rob, you had tonsillitis. Mate. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Is that an ongoing issue, or are you over the worst of it? Oh, that's nice, Judith. Judith went shopping with her mum. I watched a film with her and sat in the sun. So, what film did you watch? What did you go and see? Magic Mike 2? The Rob's been out with the whole weekend. Think it over the worst just in time for work. Oh, well that's good. As long as you don't miss any of that sweet, sweet work. Oh my god. Can't stop in that room. Ah, well I'm sorry to hear that, mate. I hope you're over the best of it. Or the worst of it even. Especially before Wednesday when you're going to be using your dulcet work. Into the wild, okay. Oh, you cried. At least you were there together. I don't think I've seen that film, so... But it's totes emotion by the sound of it. Totes emotion. Rob, have you seen Infinity War yet? This guy. Because I want to talk to you about Infinity War. And you hadn't seen it. Rob watched Man of Steel, okay. A fantastic movie. I mean, it's definitely a movie. It's not bad. It's not as bad as I think everyone made it out to be. It's not great. Don't think any of the DC films are really like fantastic, but it has its charms. Any of the current ones, I mean. Okay. All right, I'm good. So did you finally watch Black Panther then? That's the important thing. Ah, for fuck's sake. This could take a while, everybody. Not gonna lie. This could take a while. But yeah, when you see Infinity War, let me know so we can have a little chat about it. Kind of fancying like going around, like going through all of them again and starting from Iron Man and working my way down the list. Oh, come on. Yeah, I should watch it again. I watched Man of Steel when it, like early on when it came out, I think, and then apologize for the beeping. That's really annoying. I'm on low health. And not gone back to it. Not seen it since. But yeah, maybe I'll try again someday. Oh, this is just fucking fantastic, isn't it? Yeah, Iron Man is such a good film. Really want to go back and watch it. I just want to watch them all from the beginning again. I know everyone was doing that before Infinity War came out, but I didn't get round to it, so yeah, I really want to do that. Let's see if I can find something in one of these to stop that infernal beeping! There we go. Back on track. Yeah, they're really good films. I mean, there are definitely some duds in there. It hurts me to say that, you know, Thor: The Dark World, not a great movie. Hurts my heart because Chris Hemsworth is my boy, and Thor Ragnarok is possibly the best one. Love that movie so much. Which is why I just hope that they just stop all the MCU and just keep making Thor films. That's all I want. Onward we go. So when you mess with the corridors, it messes with the rooms. So now... Yeah, first Captain America wasn't great, but I guess they had to introduce, you know, who he was. He's a little bit too good, I think, in the early ones. But the evolution of Cap is great. I think where that character ends up is really... Not actually sure what you can do here, but... No. But yeah, then they get stronger and stronger. Thor: The Dark World's probably the weakest one. Yeah, I know, the ceiling falls. So if you don't get in the right place, the ceiling is going to fall down and crush me to death. So, best not let that happen. Don't want to go in there either. So... To the button! Boom! What's your favorite one then, Rube? Is it? Oh crap! This isn't good. Yeah, the Russo brothers know what they're doing. I think if you enjoyed like Winter Soldier, Civil War, I think you are going to enjoy Infinity War for sure. Oh yeah, so I think the Forest Temple is probably the most random of all of them when it comes to puzzles. So we just had to avoid the falling ceiling thing, and now we have a minute to essentially do a jigsaw puzzle. Really random, actually, this temple. I guess like they're trying to, yeah, it's cool. They're making you do different things and whatever, but not quite what you expect to be doing. This ghost will make you do a jigsaw puzzle. And I think I'm going to struggle in 34 seconds, but see what happens. Gotta move this one out the way. Get this one. I mean, yeah, I love a good jigsaw puzzle. Really, I recently finished a Marvel jigsaw puzzle, which was a lot of fun. Not enjoying the countdown clock. I think something I've said a few times and something you'll learn about me. Very stressed whenever there's a timer going. I do not like messing those up. Hard to pick the best: Thor Ragnarok or Avengers Assemble. Yeah. First Avengers was amazing. Ragnarok is amazing. Age of Ultron, like the second Avengers film, was just about alright. I mean, it wasn't... I don't know, it was hard to top the first Avengers, but I think Infinity War does a pretty good job of entering... For me, it enters that conversation of like top 3 for sure. Yeah, I quite like that, man. I like Paul Rudd. Doing his thing. It kind of does feel a bit like Periphery. I mean, Spider-Man Homecoming was also awesome. Love that film. But Spider-Man is my favorite, you know, my favorite superhero, so... Iron Man 3, yeah, I think it really depends how you feel about what they did with the villain. I wasn't a huge fan of that, to be honest. As much as I love Ben Kingsley and stuff, I just thought it was a bit But it was a bit weird. I think the whole tone of that film was a bit weird. Iron Man... It felt like they kept making like the single Iron Man films. It wasn't quite tying into the rest of it as much. Alright, so that's 3, I think. And there's the 4th one right there. This fight is a little bit different. Yeah, the Mandarin, I didn't love that. Nope. Nope. Alright, so it's you. Yeah, so the idea is to find which of the 4 the actual ghost is in, and then take her out. Oops. Nope. Nope. It's Mars. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you make a good point there, Rob. Like, that final fight with all the Iron Man suits, it's... I don't know. Oh! I just remembered how you know which is the real one. So when you're, when you're fighting her, the one that does a little extra spin... Not quite sure why she'd go to all the effort to, like, clone herself 3 more times and then just tell you which one she is anyway, but the one that does the little extra spin is the one you're trying to kill. This game's so clever. And there we go. There we go. Pick up the arrows, and we're going to get in the lift. We have the boss key, which is good. We just need to another little puzzle. Need to get access to the boss room. Let's see. Push the switch. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you like it or you don't like it, it's completely up to you. That's absolutely fine. You can't be wrong about that. Just personally, it didn't vibe with me so much. Judith once again throwing out the grammar. You know, I mean, like, I think if you've learned English somewhere outside of the UK or not in English, I think you're better with all the grammatical stuff than like I never did grammar like English grammar as a kid. We just learned to speak it and read it and write. That was it. But Rob, you are a big fan of the old typo, that's for sure. That brain's just moving too quick. Another Skulltula. Well, actually, your and your, like, spelling your Y-O-U-U-R and then Y-O-U apostrophe R is like, that took me a long time to get that one right. Like, much too long. Really had to think about it, and now I know the difference, but I normally get it right, but that was one of those ones that took a very long time for me to get into my head. Alright, are we almost here? Another switch. That's true, you type the way you talk. So the words just keep coming, and they keep coming, and they keep coming, and they keep coming. But you always have something interesting to say, so that's the important thing. Right, so big door with big key means big boss. It's time for big boss. Yeah, there and there, that's another one that I struggle with. That's for sure. Oh, well, nothing happening here. Let's leave. What? Get a little drink before this boss fight, and it's Ganondorf. Throwing us straight into the, well, the final boss. The first temple. It's good. Oh, no, wasn't him. It's Ghost Hyena thing. Phantom Ganon. Right, let's see if I remember how to beat this dude. And he's off. Into his paintings. Right, so I guess he attacks you from... Oh, someone coming there. Nope, wasn't him. Well, that hurt. Okay, good to know. So he can run down, he can trick you. He's there. Where else is he? He's one of these two. Alright. Alright, managed to avoid the old lightning there. Yeah, so I am worried about how to beat these bosses when I'm not very good at aiming with this controller. There we go. Nailed that one. Yeah, English is super inconsistent. We literally just do whatever the hell we want with our words. This ain't going so well. So what we're going to do is going to take a little swig of the old milk. Because I never know what to do with it. And it's filling up a bottle that I would otherwise use for a fairy, so... Where is it? There's one there. Nope. You're gonna have to explain to me what a Belgian bun is, Rob, because I do not know. I have never had a Belgian bun. What's a Belgian bun? What's happening? Alright. Into the second part of this boss fight. So, yeah. Phantom Ganon and I are playing a little bit of tennis, and a little bit too close for him. Can't really judge the angle. I will get to your explanation about what a Belgian bun is in a moment, bro. Just in the middle of something here. For some reason my shots keep going wayward, my responses. Let's try slashing sideways. Playing tennis with the boss. That was good, we got quite a few hits on him there. Oh, hit him. And he's dead! He did it. So a Belgian bun is a sweet bun containing sultanas, unusually topped With fondant icing and half a glazed cherry. Alright! A glacé cherry, well. Hey kid, you did quite well. It looks like you may be gaining some slight skill. But you have defeated only my phantom. When you fight the real me, it won't be so easy. What a worthless creature. Okay, well. It's a decent start. Decent start indeed. Kill our first boss as grown-up Link. No. Yay. Well done us. Let's make sure we pick up the heart piece. Now that we have that, we can make our way out of here. Done. Just like that. Back in the Chamber of Sages. Thank you, because of you I could awaken as a sage. And Saria, so that was your little friend when you were a kid. No. I always believed that you would come because I know you. No. You don't have to explain it to me. Because it is destiny that you and I can't live in the same world. No, so she was your friend when you were a little kid, and I guess you had a really good relationship, but you're all grown up now, and she doesn't stay. They stay as kids, although she's a sage, so don't actually know if they're like alive or dead or immortal or what. I don't quite know what they are, but yeah, we got it. So we got our first medallion. So every temple that you beat, you get a medallion, and you need all of those for later in the game. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, that was the forest temple. Definitely the one with the most kind of different, weird puzzles. It's a fun temple though. I enjoyed it. Always nice to go back. And now we're back in front of the Deku Tree, which is exciting. He's dead, of course. But the good news is... what's that? Oh, this is a classic Zelda. Oh god. So look at that little face. Little cheeks. Hi there, I'm the Deku Tree Sprout! Because you and Saria broke the curse on the Forest Temple, I can grow and flourish. Thanks a lot! Hey, have you seen your old friends? None of them recognized you with your grown-up body, did they? That's because the Kokiri never grow up. Even after 7 years, they're still kids. Wouldn't that be amazing? You must be wondering why only you have grown up. Well, here's some exposition. Yeah, Link is very dramatic. So he's not a Kokiri, he's Hylian. He's revealing the secret. And now as we look into his dead, smiling eyes, we have some exposition. Some time ago, before the King of Hyrule unified this country, there was a fierce war in our world. This is what I imagine that Sprout to sound like. One day, to escape from the fires of the war, a Hylian mother and her baby boy entered this forbidden forest. The mother was gravely injured. Her only choice was to entrust the child to the Deku Tree. Alright, I've given up. The Deku Tree could sense that this was a child of destiny, whose fate would affect the entire world. After the mother passed away, the baby was raised as a Kokiri, and now, finally, the day of destiny has come. No. Well, there you go. That's who you are. You are a Hylian and were always bound to leave this forest. And now, you learned your own destiny. So you know what you must do? Get out of here, go save the world, kid. Alright, that's the first one down. How are we doing for time? So we've been going for about an hour and 40 minutes or so. And so I eventually get my Saturday evenings back, and so one of the other guys can stream something. We are going to carry on because sleep is for the weak. And for people who don't have teeny tiny YouTube channels. No, all the kids are back. Yay! So if you didn't know who we are, we're Twisted by Gaming. We do quite a few things, really. We stream on Thursday nights, and we're streaming on Saturday nights as well. I am streaming Zelda on Saturday night. Well, normally Saturday nights. I do realise today is Sunday. Normally I stream these on a Saturday evening. But I was otherwise engaged yesterday, and I couldn't leave the week without another little video. So I'm here tonight. What else do we do? So we do a series called One Life Review, so we try and beat games in one life. We also do a series, well, Rob does a series called Stuttering Through, which is really good, where he kind of explores the weird side of gaming. He just did a recent one on Yakuza and why everybody should be playing Yakuza. It does sound super cool, so I would definitely recommend that people go check that out if they haven't. So before we head up to Death Mountain, there's something we need to do now that we've beaten the first little temple. Go back to the Temple of Time. That's true. Judith doesn't have a teeny tiny YouTube channel. But you are here to watch us with our teeny tiny YouTube channel. Much teeny tinies. And yeah, like I said, we are a teeny tiny YouTube channel, so if you like this, if you like any of our stuff that you check out, please hit that like button, that subscribe button. It means a lot to us. It makes a big difference for us, really. We're trying to get to 200 by the end of May. We're on 194 at the minute, so I feel like we can do it. We do lots of different stuff. A lot of streams recently, but then we also, well, like I said, we have our other shows that we do. So if you like us, hit that little subscribe button. One fuzzy feeling for you, one fuzzy feeling for us. And here we are back again with Shake. That's true. Judith, you do it with love and much dedication. You destroyed the wicked creatures that haunted the temple and awakened the sage. But there are still other sages who need your help. In order to awaken all the other sages, you must become even more powerful. You must travel over mountains, underwater, and even through time. If you want to return to your original time, return the Master Sword to the pedestal of time. By doing this, you will travel back in time 7 years to when you're just a little boy. So it's actually really cool. You're not locked in the future. You can go back and pick up everything that you missed. Sometimes, at some point, you're going to have to. Hi, GoPro Joe. You never played Ocarina of Time? Well, yeah, you've heard good things because that's all there is to say about them, really. This is really, like, for me, this is what Zelda is. Awesome temples. I think it probably has my favorite temples of all of them. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Joe. I hope you see something in here that'll inspire you to go check it out for yourself, because this game is really special. So yeah, we just learned the Song of Time, so this allows you to come back to the temple again, like I was talking about the fast travel points. You can get back here easy, put the sword in the pedestal, and then go back in time, travel between the two time sets. So have you played any of the other Zeldas there, Joe? You have learnt the Prelude of Light. As long as you hold the Ocarina of Time and the Master Sword, you hold time itself in your hands. Oh, that's good. Okay, A Link to the Past. I think Rob has played A Link to the Past. That's actually one of the ones that I've missed. But again, like that's one I've heard, you know, heard good things about. But I've unfortunately not had the opportunity to play it. But yeah, this is I mean, this was like one of the first games I ever played, so obviously it holds a pretty special place in my heart. It's always nice to go back to it and re-explore its world. What happens in Link to the Past? Because I really don't even know if, like, I could tell you anything about that game. Okay, I know, like, asking what happens in a Zelda game, I mean, it's normally pretty similar stuff, but might help me place it. I know you've told me this before, Rob, but I keep forgetting. So that done, we are off now to the mountain. The big old fiery mountain. So we get to see the Gorons again. I love me a Goron. What a great group of creatures. Big rolling madmen. So all the people that were in the Hyrule Castle have now found themselves out over here in Kakariko Village. So obviously everything went pretty crazy over there, so they've relocated to this village where things seem to be pretty safe in Kakariko Village. At least in comparison to the rest of the world, so they all live here. But no one recognizes you because it's been 7 years and you were just a wee boy. These things are still here though. And there's a new inclusion of massive boulders. Ouch. So we're gonna see the Gorons, see what's up with them. They're kind of at the beginning. It sort of follows the same path as when you were a kid. So you go forest, then you go mountain, and then well, later we have underwater. So sort of follows that same route, but obviously different. Oh, hi Al.
Welcome to the party.
Well, you know, fashionably late, as expected. I'm sure you were doing something sexy, as per usual. So Goron City, not looking so good. We need to get the bombs out. Let's try and speak to this nice rolling Goron here.
Hello, sir.
Nope. Oh, you go deep, huh? You roll late with the family. Maybe. So the only way to stop this guy, obviously, is with explosives. But I forgot he runs the other way if he sees you. So yeah, there are actually no other Gorons around, I think. He's pretty much the only one left, whoever he is. Rolling around in circles. Damn it! Trying to avoid using my own bombers, but I might have to. Well, you certainly are mysterious, Al. Oh well, that didn't mean that to happen. Damn it! Promise there's a good reason for this. other than frustrating the hell out of me. Ow. Nailed it! How could you do this to me? You, your Ganondorf's servant, hear my name and tremble. That's right, Al, we promised her we're gonna take Judith to a Twisted Bud gaming roast next time she's in town. Your name's also Link, then you must be the legendary Dodongo Buster and Hero Link, that's right. I was 7, but... well, Rob was the one who made the promise. Dad named Link after you because you're so brave. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm so glad to meet you. Please, give me your autograph. Sign it to my friend Link of the Gorons. Oh.
I guess it's not a good time to ask you for this. Please help everyone.
Again, these Gorons, but everybody just... Nobody takes any initiative in this world. It's all up to you. If we don't hurry up, even my dad will be eaten by the dragon. Boo-hoo. Go on, ask about the Gorons. Boo-hoo. Nope. Alright, let's ask about the dragon.
A long time ago, there was an evil dragon named Volvagia living in this mountain. That dragon was very scary. He ate Gorons and using a huge hammer, the hero of the Gorons, boom, bitches! Destroyed it just like that. This is a myth from long ago, but it's true. I know because my dad is a descendant of the hero. Boo-hoo!
Alright, let's ask about the Gorons.
Everybody was taken to the Fire Temple. While my dad was out, Ganondorf's followers came and took them all away. All of them will be eaten by Volvagia. Dad said that Ganondorf has revived Volvagia as a warning to those who might oppose him. Ganondorf is going to feed them all to Volvagia.
Dad went to the Fire Temple all by himself to try to save everyone. I wonder if he managed to do it. Oh, cool. So, the main reason, obviously, other than getting a bit of exposition and finding out what the hell's going on, is to get this this tunic. The fire-resistant tunic, which is... you need to go up into the Death Mountain to take on Volvagia. Ooh, and we get to see the fire slugs. Rob is indeed a bad influence. Ooh, we're in the crater. This is the first time that we've been in Death Mountain Crater. And as you can see, Link, it's so hot in here we can't stay here for long. So there's a timer clock that starts, but thanks to our new buddy. Yeah. Well, that red look good. I think red is my favorite color of the outfits. Look good and don't burn to death. That's always good. You will, however, die if you fall into the lava, so let's try not to do that. Let's try and avoid that fate. Don't worry, Judith, we don't need Al to have a good time. We can have fun on our lonesome. It's something that grows over time. A true friendship, a feeling in the heart that becomes even stronger over time. The passion of friendship will soon blossom into a righteous power, and through it you will know which way to go. This song is dedicated to the power of the heart. Listen to the glow of fire. I think this one's probably my favorite, I think. The most emotion? Maybe not actually. Not sure. I think this one has the nicest. This is probably one of the nicest, like in terms of when you played it together. Mate, Rob's going. He tells me to do 2 temples. Makes me do it. Ooh, watching me in bed, are we? Naughty boy. Aw. Al's taking the buddy shift. So it's appreciate, guys. Well, thanks for coming out, Rob. Always appreciate it. Being in your presence is always a wonderful thing. Yeah, Judith. I think Judith is often watching our streams in bed. Actually, surprising you haven't yet fallen asleep. But maybe sometimes when you go quiet, it's because you've drifted off. Oh dear, that's a lot. So I should have used the ladder. Should have used the ladder. Aha, I can't burn my shield this time. Damn bats. Anywho. Thank you, Rob. I shall indeed stay frosty. Whatever that means. I hope that you were nice and warm. So Al is asking me to Thanks, Al. I've also got my 6. I was asking for catch you up a little bit. Oh, defending the game. Bienvenue, welcome, benvenuti. Yeah, so Al, I've just done the Forest Temple. And now I'm at the Fire Temple, so I'm trying to get through 2 temples tonight. I've also got Epona, which is important. Save me my horse. And I'm here in Death Mountain, and Darunia, who is the king of the Gorons, who last time made me go into the scary cave and kill his enemies for him, is now off to fight this dragon all by himself. If that fire-breathing dragon escapes from the mountain, all of Hyrule will become a burning wasteland. Oh, well, Judith, it's glad to know that somehow you keep yourself entertained through these streams and keep yourself awake. It's good to know. He doesn't have the legendary hammer, but he has no choice. Link, I'm asking you to do this as my sworn brother. Yeah, Nathan, thanks for coming out. How you doing, buddy? Please save my people. The prisoner cells are in the opposite direction. I'm counting on you, Link. Alright, well, I'll do what I can. But I make no promises. That was close. What's up, Nathan? No, we freed our first Goron. It's exciting. Unfortunately, when you free them, you have to speak to them. Are you releasing me? I'm free to go. No, I just opened the door for fun. I'll tell you a secret. In order to get into the room where Darunia went, you have to do something about the pillar stuck in the ceiling. What? Thanks, buddy. And he's off. Well, we got our first small key, which is cool. Means we can go back the other way and go through that first door. Try not to fall into the fire. I watched both, Al. My friend who lives in Windsor had a little shindig at his place. I wouldn't say that I'm a big into the royal family or anything, but when somebody invites you to Windsor on the day of the royal wedding, you head out there. As Judith says, we did cover that, but you know, just because you couldn't be bothered to get here on time doesn't mean we can't we can't go back through the old territory again. So if you stay around the edges of the lava, you can make it through without getting hurt. I think... oh no. Never mind. Oh, a family wedding. That's nice. I hope you had a good time, Nathan. They're always asking, like, I guess the Gorons are very suspicious people. They're asking if I'm actually opening the gate for them to get out. Hey, Rapscallions! Welcome to the stream. How you doing? A world that you can destroy with the Goron special crop will sound different. Alright, nice, nice. I know. I was a moody git yesterday. I was a grumpy ass for most of the evening. Nice. Did you look very dapper in that suit, Nathan? If you say so yourself. Nah. Let's go to the other one, see what's on the... oh crap. Oh crap. Well, this isn't good. Ah, congrats. Well done. Finishing that. It actually might be, yeah. That is a good point, Alistair. Nathan may have just given away that he is in fact a member of the royal family and he was invited to a little party yesterday evening. Oh, you got rid of your beard. See, that's just not something I can, I can't back that. I cannot stand behind that decision, Nathan. As somebody who is terrified of ever shaving anything off his face now, after all this time, couldn't do it. Here we go. Another handy tip from another happy Goron who's happy to be set free. Right, so we're armed with a couple of keys. Let's carry on and see what awaits us behind this door. Al, the good news is that you've joined us just in time to see the temple with the creepy fire slugs. That is this temple. Remember you saying in the last stream how much you love those creepy slugs. Oh no. Nathan's saying that they've obtained an information desk. I think I'm going to have to elaborate on that one. Okay. Unfortunately, I think I'm in the wrong part. Let's go this way. Yeah, the fire slugs are horrible. They're just no fun. No fun at all. This is a cool temple though. Forest Temple was very, like, lots of weird, interesting puzzles. This one's a little bit more, my memory anyway, a bit more straightforward. I say that. Probably end up getting completely stuck. They were saying that someone joined the Resident Evil Code Veronica livestream. Their name was Ice Wallow Oman. Okay, you read the name out loud. Oh, they heard you. Okay, that's always nice. It's always nice to have your name read out loud on a live stream. Oh, Al, here we go! Fire slugs! Just have to be aggressive with them, Al. Just run at them. Oh no, don't jump. No, okay. Gonna have to come back for that one. Ice Wallow Seaman? What is it, Oman? That is funny though. Now I get it. Yeah, that's a good point. So let's try and... Nailed it! I mean, I get it, but you didn't get me. Meh. Mostly because the second screen that I've got, the streaming is really crap, so I can barely read any of the letters on it. Okay, so that guy ends up. Oh, that's cool. He got you, but ended up as a fan. That's the most important thing. Let me tell you a secret. Okay, my lamp is turning itself up as usual. As a reward for releasing me. When you're on fire, you can swing and put it out. Okay. Alright. So every time you through one of these Gorons, you get yourself a little key, which is good. Not sure how many there are in total, but we've done a few so far. Oh, so you now have a defending the game info desk. Well, that's cool. It's good. Hopefully he keeps. Does he like keep stats and stuff about you guys, or does he answer questions about the channel for people? Let's shoot that thing. Nope. Oh dear. They're worried about any narrow paths with this controller. Judith is saying that she could totally do the Twisted Bad Gaming info desk, tell people things that the boys don't even know about themselves. Well, actually, yeah. If you have any information on us, Judith, that you know about us that we don't even know you know, let us know. Maybe. That's true. That's true. You are a mod. I'm not a mod. Judith is a mod. Is Al a mod? I think he was there on the day that they made everyone except me mods. Oh, it's so high up. Right, let's avoid the giant rolling balls. Normally I'm going towards the giant rolling balls, but today we shall avoid them. Ah! Yeah, I got the power. That's good. Keep this stream and this chat nice and clean. That's what we keep you here for. Judith is indeed the mod queen. That is, she is the queen of the mods. Okay, so apparently there are some doors in this temple that fall down. Let's see if we find any. Use a sample of the Goron special crop. He just means a bomb. When he says special crop, he means an explosive. Another small key. Yeah, man, that'd be really cool. Nathan's asking if your last year together. No, this is just me casually playing Ocarina of Time. Ah, crap. Yeah, I'm just very casually at my own pace going through this game. Mostly self-indulgent reminiscing. But thanks for stopping by, Ares. Thanks a lot. Ah. Run away! Run away! Hi, Mel. How you doing? Thanks for coming out. Indeed, hi Mel or Apollo. I am playing on the Wii U, Ares. It definitely wouldn't be my favorite way to play it, because I'm not a massive fan of the Wii U, but I don't have my Nintendo 64 with me. Oh, glad you're doing well, Mel. Everything is good over here. I think everything's good in the chat as well. And I think down here we have maybe my least favorite enemies in the game. Oh no, okay. This is cool because it opens up a little shortcut for me if ever I'm stuck. Somewhere in this temple you're sure to meet up with some creatures that dance as they attack. Arrows won't hurt them. Looks like you might need some of the Goron special crap. Alright. More explosives. Oh, I'm glad you've had a good weekend now. Yeah, this is I'm not sure if they did any uprising on the Wii U version. It's just, yeah, this is just the game. Basically, it's the Nintendo eStore Virtual Console version. So yeah, basically the same graphics as on the N64, but on a Wii U Pro controller, which a bit weird. It's weird to play this game with two analog sticks, like, and having all the equipment on the analog stick. I'm finding that a bit difficult. So Mel's saying try Japanese food for the first time. Okay, not a fan. It's fair enough. Yeah, I mean, you know, I still think the game looks great, even like as an N64 game. Like, I just think it looks awesome. I still have my N64, and I try and play Try and play games on it every now and again. And actually, no, I normally play this game on it, but I haven't got it with me here. Oh, don't worry, Judith. I promise I won't do anything interesting. Yeah, Mel, actually, what Japanese food did you try that you didn't like? I'm quite hit or miss with Japanese food. I don't really like sushi, but they have, like, some of their curry is really nice. So Mel saying some chicken thing, it was great, but the veggies weren't good. Oh, okay. Yeah. Was it like a curry thing or like a noodle thing? Got a couple of small keys, which is good. I wouldn't say that, Judith, but I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, no, this is a great temple, actually. Really great temple. Just did the forest one, and I forgot how much, like, variety there was and how different so much of it was. Like all the different puzzles and that kind of thing. This one's a bit more. This one feels a bit more straightforward. At least playing it this way. But not if you do things like that. Not if you do things like that. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be great if someone was having octopus. Like, definitely not something that I would have. Don't really eat seafood at all, so that's a real stretch. Can't actually remember what to do at this point. I have to get up there, but oh, that's not great. Let's go out the door and come back in. Yeah, actually, I mean, Al, you know, as always, I'm shocked that you've actually played a game. Very glad to know that you have played this one. It is a classic. I think the Spirit Temple is probably my favorite. I really love, like, everything about that one, actually, and like the mirror shield and everything. I just really enjoy that one. Have you seen the squid octopus dish that you add soy sauce that squirms around? I have not seen that. And it doesn't sound particularly inviting. Yeah, I've might be slightly old-fashioned, but I think that when your food is on your plate, it probably shouldn't move. I guess personal preference. Nah. Okay, yep. You got me. It dances on the plate and looks 100% alive. It doesn't sound particularly appetizing, I'm not gonna lie. Not doing too well here. But some hearts. That is good. Needed those. Oh dear. Yeah, no, I'm not okay with my food dancing on the plate. Thank you very much, Mel. Thanks for coming out. Enjoy whatever time it is, wherever you are. Enjoy however much of the day you got left. I am going to continue getting absolutely eviscerated by these flames. Alright, now how do I get... Alright, it's that way. Leg it! Yep, didn't trust the look of that door, and I was right. Thank you, Al. Yeah, I needed that one. I was seriously struggling there. Alright, so we have these weird, like, fireball things that we're currently fighting. And they change color every time you kill them, I think. Where is it? It's definitely a crazy mixed up world when Al is giving me tips on how to play a game, and actually Al has played the game and actually knows what he's talking about. That is a rare thing indeed. So Al, when did you actually play Ocarina of Time? How did you, he of never playing games, come across this one? Yeah, I remember the boss of this temple actually being one of the most difficult, I think, in the game. Or at least one of the ones that I struggled with the most. It really messed me up actually quite a lot when I was younger. In my younger days. What does this button do? Enjoy brushing your teeth, Judith. Very important thing to do. Hope you get, Link. Not quite how I meant that to go down, but nailed it. So we're doing pretty well, progress-wise, I think, through this temple. This... oh crap. This I'm not looking forward to. Oh god. Yeah, that was awful. That was a good landing though. Totally stuck the landing, guys. Oh, that's aggravating. So I was saying that he was a youngin' back in the olden days. The N64 was your first console. You watched your brother play this. Okay. Well, I am glad you had that experience, Al. It's an experience that we should all have, I think. Such a great game. Even if it is occasionally extremely frustrating. And forces you to go back a long, long way. So what else did you have on the N64? Because that too was my first console. Did you have FIFA 98? Playing indoor football? Which was the best part of that game? Yeah, so I have still have my N64. I still go back to it every now and again. For old time's sake. Mostly it's like FIFA 98 and, well, this game, Banjo-Kazooie, which I played recently because it's on the Games of Gold. Not Games of Gold, the other one. Games Pass. Which is really awesome. There are the banjo games on there. I never actually played Mario 64. I watched a friend play most of it, so that's probably like the one that is the most on my you have to play this list that I haven't from the N64 days. And if I were Rob, I'd probably like find it somewhere and buy it, but I'm not going to do that. I ain't got time for that. Well, hopefully this time I can do a much better job than that. That was quite terrible, actually. GoldenEye, 98, Extreme G, Banjo-Kazooie, Mario 64, many more. Yeah, I mean, GoldenEye is obviously the classic game. I played that relatively recently with a friend of mine at London Comic Con, actually. And who would have thought? It does not hold up in the slightest. Did you play Majora's Mask? Which is in many ways quite similar and quite different. Well, this is gonna take forever. Nah, leave me alone, Boulder. My idol? Probably Rob? I'd say, or maybe, you know, sometimes it's Al. Every now and again he does something that's proper mint and all that. How about you, Drew? Who do you idolize other than obviously the bards? Okay, yeah, I'd definitely recommend playing Majora's Mask. It's a really cool game. Not quite sure how you would. Actually, they remastered it on the 3DS, but then you'd have to. Yeah, actually, David Beckham did look rather sensational at the wedding yesterday. I mean, he always looks sensational, but he definitely still got it. He is, what a hero. I love David Beckham. He'd be up there. If it's not one of the Twisted Bar guys, respects. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ah, this is getting annoying now. I'm just gonna keep blaming the controller for all of my struggles. Oh, stop jumping, Link! Yeah, Bex did look pretty good yesterday. There was a whole bunch of kind of people you don't expect to see at that kind of event. Not sure how George Clooney got an invite. Yeah, I got a good feeling about this one. Nailed it! First time. A Dutch gymnast who won gold at the Olympics. Okay, so is gymnastics a big thing for you, Judith? Do you enjoy watching the gymnastics? Oh, finally got that hammer. You really wonder what the criteria is for Royal Wedding Invitation. Boing. Oh. Was not as dramatic as I thought it would be. Alright. Yeah, again, ex-girlfriend at the wedding, not quite sure why. What the protocol is around that kind of thing. Let's kill these bats. So something that I've definitely demonstrated while playing this game is that I'm not very good at the whole gaming thing. Sort of in the owl category, I think. Okay. So I can do gymnastics as well. That's cool, Judith. What kind of routines? It's always good to have a giant hammer with which to smack things. This switch looks rusted. Good thing I have a giant hammer then, huh? But first, let's give this a little bop. Okay. So what kind of stuff did you used to do then? Back in your gymnast days? Believe it or not, never had much of the old flexibility, so... Not something I was ever good at, I'm afraid. We have another switch here that we can smack with our hammer. Oh. What's up, buddy? But the Goron special crop won't work on it. Don't you have anything stronger? Well, what are the odds? I do indeed. I have a giant hammer. And a key. So I have a feeling that we're pretty much almost there. Almost there. Yeah. Won't be sorry to never come back into this room again. Oh yeah. Have to go this way. Although Al, I could see you as a graceful gymnast. Well, flexibility is important. Has many uses. Giggity. Al, you're 100% correct. I think all the problems of the world would disappear if we all had giant hammers with which to whack things. Yeah, Rapscallions, I did the Forest Temple a little bit earlier, and once I'm done with the Fire Temple, I am going to head to bed because it's late. Just late. I want to give all the lovely people watching the stream a chance to get on with their night, get on with their day. But yeah, no, I'm having a good time. It's a really cool temple, this one. I think, yeah, a little bit more straightforward than some of the other ones. Even though I think I've backtracked on myself, even though I didn't have to. But what you gonna do? Giggity indeed. Well, this isn't going to work out well, but let's try it anyway. And there we go. Slightly worried when it comes to the boss, just knowing how much trouble I have had with it in the past. But down we go. But luckily, a nice soft landing. So we actually don't have a boss key yet, so we need to do something about that. Otherwise, I'm not going to get in there. I am going to struggle. Aww. Is it sleepy time, Judith? Honestly, it's just nice to be back in what I consider more traditional Zelda game. Like, I like Breath of the Wild. I think I love playing it, but it didn't have the same. I don't know. There's something about traditional style Zelda with the dungeons and all that kind of thing that just didn't really feel that in Breath of the Wild. So it's just nice to have this back. Especially really nice to be back in this game. It's like a warm blanket. It's like the cuddly toy that Judith has. Oh, ow, many slugs. Many slugs. Many fire things. Pretty sure somewhere in this temple there's, like, my least favorite enemy. These big, sluggy things that suck you in. No. What is the cuddly toy's name, Judith? And does the cuddly toy enjoy video games? Yep, there it is. Hate those things. And yeah, just for no reason whatsoever, angry floor tiles. So one of those things get you, they'll suck you in, and you actually lose equipment. Oh, it's called Brump. I thought it said Bump, and that elicited some weird images. But okay, Brump. How come? Come here, you bastard. So I have another one of these weird bosses. This is kind of one of those like mini bosses that's a bit don't quite once you know what to do, it's quite hard for it to actually hurt you. There are quite a few like that. So Al's saying that they remind me of those weird jelly tube toys from the 90s. Water? What? I don't know what a water wigglies is. That is just amazing. The druid is saying she doesn't know. Your brother came up with it, but it sounds cuter when you say it with a different R. Broop? What sort of R? Bromp? Got some bombs, huh? Well, that's helpful, I suppose. Hit the rusty switch, get the boss key, and we are almost out. Water snakes, alright. No idea what you're talking about, but I'm glad you're here. I'm always glad you're here. A Dutch R. Oh, is there a way that you can write what that sounds like? I'd love to try. Just realized that we never found the compass. Dramp! Oh, it's a Dramp. Hello, Dramp. Will you get into bed with me, Dramp? I mean, that's how I would say it. Thank you, Al. Please do. But remember, I'm foreign. Okay, the boss fight that I'm worried about. Let's see if I can make it through. Should be okay. Got a fairy. Got some milk. Here he comes. Maybe not German. I mean, you know, that's my German. It's not actually traditional, maybe. Oh, that's Alistair. Sending me naughty photos. Thank you. Well, I'm obviously more foreign. Alright. Yeah, so what you have to do with the dragon is smack him in the face with a giant hammer. And then when he does this, run around and try not to get hit by the falling rocks of death. Ah. Like Al said earlier, fire bad. So it's all about staying away from it. Okay. Seeing which hole he comes out of, and then charging the shit out of it. Ow. Okay, we got a hit on him there. Might have another sip of the old milk. Technically foreign, okay, Al, but you remember them. Or maybe the picture will jog my memory. At some point he also, like, drops rocks from the ceiling. This might be this attack. Yep, sounds like it. Ow. You tell Mr. Dragon Snake it's hammer time. Okay. Ow. It's hammer time, bitch. You make a very good point, Al. You make a very good point. Okay, we're not doing too badly. It's very good logic, Al, but I'm not sure the Dragon Snake is interested in your shenanigans. Okay, I feel like we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, he's up again. How do we feel about the Dragon Snake? Are we impressed? Impressed by the size? No, didn't have to worry about that one. Okay, let's see where he comes out. Might be a decoy. Hi Moxerin, love to answer whatever you just said, but I don't know what you said, sorry about that. Welcome to the stream. Ow. Oh no! But don't worry guys, I packed a fairy. I came prepared. Love those things. Damn. Really want to kill this dragon now. I think Judith's asking how honest we are with One Life with You. I'd like to think, you know, we're all pretty honest. Ow. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Well, sometimes what I'll do with One Life Review is if I start playing a game and I die like super early on, I'll stop and I'll start again from the beginning and then try it like that. Like, you know, if you die in like the first few minutes, even for some of the more difficult shorter games, just because we do need to fill somehow fill about 15 minutes, so every now and again you play something that's a little bit more difficult and you die super fast, so you just start again. Oh, that was tense. It was a bit touch and go there. I thought I was going to die again and then have to restart that, so that was good. And it means that after this little cutscene, we can end the stream. Oh, and just like that, it's all better. Back in the Chamber of Sages. Oh. This is not the most comfortable chair. I'm not gonna lie. My butt hurts. Oh, yeah, I mean, I just planned to make up for it by turning up, but if there's anything specific that's, that I can do in the last few minutes here before we say goodnight, just let me know. I, the Ocarina, turned out to be the great sage of fire.
Isn't that funny, brother?
Well, to each their own, dude. I'm glad that you can, you know who you are. Nothing has made me happier than helping you seal the evil in him. Yeah, cool.
Hey brother, take this. It's a medallion.
It contains the power of the fire spirits.
And my friendship.
Nailed it. You receive the fire medallion. Darunia awakens as a sage and adds his power to yours. I can't just keep giving them out. They'll lose all of their power. Right. That's that done. Absolutely mint. Alright. We'll just save. And then move over to the ending screen. Well, thank you very much for watching another Twisted by Gaming We Play live stream. My name is Paddy, and I just played some Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. What we did? We did the Forest Temple, we did the Fire Temple, and now we're on probably next Saturday to the Water Temple, and then onwards and upwards from there. I very much hope that you've enjoyed this stream. Thank you very much for coming out. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Al. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Nathan, for stopping by. Mel stopped by as well. Judith, of course. Thank you so much for sticking with the stream. And then we had a few other people. Rapscallion. Thanks for stopping by as well. Really appreciate it. So if you didn't know, we're Twisted by Gaming. We have a whole bunch of live streams. We have a whole bunch of other shows that we do every now and again. You can check out on our channel, youtube.com/twistedbygaming, and we are really a very small little channel, and we always appreciate any help, any support. So if you've enjoyed this, if you liked any of it, you like any of our other stuff, just hit that little like, that little sub button, and that would be really cool. And we will see you again very soon. Thank you very much. Bye.